Batman Beyond Series 1, Episode 8, titled Dead Man's Hand, and this episode, I thought it'd be good. I thought this episode was pretty good, pretty solid, very romantic, and me as a romantic guy, I was a sucker with the love story that was in this episode with, Terry, dealing the factor that, Dinah pretty much broke off with him, mainly because he isn't around, which in her mind is, well, if you're not around with me, clearly you don't want to be with me. So, on several reasons, she leaves, breaks up with Dinah. And then Terry meets with this girl, and it's just this lovely, lovely little love story that's in this episode with this massive threat of the massive bad guys of the episode, which is the Royal Flush Gang. And I would say this, the Royal Flush Gang, I get it, you are trying to set up this authority that, Bruce has. These are villains that Bruce has fought with, and they go through centuries, and there's a family, and da. But I think the big problem is, and I understand this show came out before Justice League, but I kind of did wish it was the same version. Minus Ace, just the fact what happened at the end of Epilogue, but I kind of wish there were the same version, so there was more connection for me with the audience. Then here's the Royal Flush Gang. There's some history between Batman where I haven't seen that history. I don't know that history. So for me, I didn't have that full connection. Instead, just a bunch of people who wants to kill Batman for whatever X reasons. But the love story, I love it. I love the little dispute that Terry has with Bruce, where he's like, oh, this is it. You're pissed because I want to have a social life. We're also doing this thing. What you want everyone to be lonely and dark as you? F you, Bruce, and bundles off. Which I quite enjoy. That was quite neat. And then the ending happens, which I was like, yes. Terry, let me tell you about a story about a woman named Selina Kyle. It's like, yeah, I was curious. What happened to her? What happened to Selina Kyle? Go Catwoman. Yeah, it's just that whole thing, that love story, that cliche romantic 90s music that shows up halfway through. I dug out the love story. That's what it is. The main villains not so much, but the Royal Flush Gangs and but the love story, I was like, Terry, I feel the pain. I feel the pain that Terry Guinness is having in this episode.